Hey, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, beautiful people. How is everybody doing this beautiful day? Welcome to Astute Queen Bee's Thoughts. I'm Astute Queen Bee, and this is my channel. I would appreciate it whenever you come into my queendom. Please hit that like button on the way in and subscribe to the channel if you have not. I hope you all are enjoying the sister rules because they really tickle me, and some of them actually be right with certain things. But some stuff is a little outdated, so we got to try to figure it out and make it work best for us as women trying to date in this crazy, crazy world. So, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. I think you will actually enjoy it over here. We're a little peaceful little corner of the YouTube streets, and we love to have conversations, real life conversations about life. It's not always about reality stars. It's not always about who's doing what and who's doing who and who's doing what not doing. It's not about none of that. It's about growing a sisterhood and a brotherhood and learning to get along with one another and to support one another. Because that's what we're here to do, to support our sisters and brothers. Well, at least that's what I'm here to do. So, let me get on down to reading this chapter. It's chapter 12. And the headline for that chapter 12 is How to Get a Good Black Man. Now, we all know that's kind of hard these days because men are really switching up on people, or they ain't thinking about us. I'm just saying. But hey, there are some good black men out there, and that's minus the ones that don't like us. So don't stress off of it. I don't. Okay, let me get on down to this. Rule number 12: How to work it on your first few dates before you get to doing the nasty. Okay, little freak, little section. Okay. So you sealed the date. You go, girl. Now you just have to know how to work it. The key here is to put this dating thing into proper perspective. The first few meetings between you and between you two are the discovery and exploration phase. The time in which you'll be learning about each other, common interests, goals, aspirations, backgrounds, world views. It's when you find out if you two click. You want to use this opportunity to determine if you are getting along with this person well enough to consider a long-term relationship with him, or if he's a fool who needs to be fired quick, fast, and in a hurry. I know some fools like that. He's going to use this as his opportunity to determine if he is. Hold up. If he likes you and wants to see you again, or if he's just going to try to hit it on an occasion and save the good stuff in his comments for someone else. His commitments for someone else. Yeah, okay, shady ass people. Okay. Let him pick where you two will dine and insist that you meet him there. This way, when the date is over, you can go your way and he can go his. And neither of you will be tempted to come to the other's house for a nightcap. You want to avoid any temptations to break rule number 13. No serving. I can't wait to get there. On your first date, show up looking sexy as hell and acting as down to earth as if you had been his homie for years. This is a date, not a job interview. You're there to have fun. Keep the serious stuff to a minimum and focus on the fun things you have in common. Laugh at his jokes, make some of your own. Talk about your job, where you grew up, the neighborhood you lived in, but avoid telling him about your scrawny coworker, your brother in prison, your brother's prison record, Lord, or how much your sister fights with her husband. Discuss current events, but avoid topics that would lead into a debate over ideology. You don't give a damn about his Republican just yet. He doesn't care that you showed up to the junior high school at 6 a.m. to pull the voting level lever for Clinton. This is getting to know the cool side of you dating, not a historic meeting to solve the Middle East crisis. Talk about art. Talk about your love for cooking. Talk about Spike Lee and see if he rolls with you on the conversation. Be yourself because you don't want to be uncomfortable trying to be somebody that you're not. And he doesn't want to be tricked into thinking you're one kind of person when you're really another. That's true. That's why I tell people be careful of those representatives that you meet. Because them representatives, boy, they will get you good. So be careful of representatives that people like to put out there. That's for man or woman, whichever. Where was I at? Above all else, just have a good time without wondering if he's the one, how he would propose, or what your children would look like. Lord, if people doing that already, they need to be punched in the face. But my bad. Where was I at? Because that just threw me for a loop. You're making a new friend, and that's it. Remember that you can't possibly know after 3 hours what kind of man a complete stranger is. Hello. Take the time. Special note, show up to the date ready, willing, able to pay for your meal and entertainment. My mother always told me when I was going on dates to keep some money in my wallet in case he was so incredibly simple that I had to leave his butt where he was sitting and find my own way home. You don't have to be dependent on him for anything, she would always tell me. Today, however, having money in your pocket and the ability and willingness to pay your own way shows a brother you're not trying to juice him for his bank. That you're not overly concerned with what's in his wallet. Black men like that because it shows that you're an independent sister who isn't depending on a brother's finances. Her nightly rendezvous. I almost choked to death, y'all. Sorry about that, because I sure really almost choked. My bad. If he is a good man, he'll probably pay anyway. And you, by all means, should let him. Hey, you're not a fool. But as he plucks down the loot for the shrimp scampi dinner, you just devoured, just ate, feeling comfortable in the fact that he is just delivered to you himself a mental note that you were kind enough to offer to pay your own way. There's nothing wrong with getting on his good side early. By the end of the day, it's going to be pretty obvious to both of you whether or not you want to do this again. If you are engaging and witty and sexy and down to earth, chances are you're probably in there. You'll know he is a remote internet. What? You know he has a remote internet. That's interest. I'm losing my mind. Lord, child, my brain is everywhere. Sorry. A remote interest. Damn. I sure messed that all the way up. My leg. Hold on. I lost where I was at. Because that just threw me for a loop. My apologies. Okay. And if he asks you out again. If you like him, see him. But don't take that as a sign that he is going to ask for your hand in marriage. Recognize it for the signal that it is. He wants to see you again. That's it. Go ahead about the business of dating other men until you come to the mutual conclusion that you are right for each other. That's a good one. That's why I tell people, just date, especially when you're in high school. Just date. Don't get into a serious relationship because that'll end up messing up some stuff you got going on. So be mindful of that. Don't just Don't just date. Just date. Don't try to dig yourself into a big hole of a relationship, because sometimes the outcome at the end is a mess. Okay, where was I at? Something keeps tickling me and I don't like it. I don't know if it's these damn stitches or what it is, but it's bugging me out. Sorry, y'all. Me and this leg is tripping over here. Where'd I go? Also, don't be afraid to ask him and take him out either. Brothers are digging sisters who are decisive and can take control of a situation without being controlling. It's also a good way to find out if he's interested. If he keeps coming up with excuses for why he can't go out, then catch the next bus out of this relationship and roll on to the next. Oh, where was I at? Use the next few dates to get to know him a bit better. Where was that? Okay, use this for the next few days to get to know him better and to reveal a little bit more about yourself. Take the exploration to another level and see if you two can hang. I'm not saying you have to find out what he named his firstborn son, but you want to know some basic stuff about him. Is he a churchgoer or an atheist? Does he think Newt Gingrich is God, or does he think voting is a crock? Losing my glasses. There are things that are going to help you and him determine if the two of you can deal with each other on a level other than superficial, or if this is going to be a strictly physical. Ain't nothing wrong with having. Let me shut up. You should obviously shooting for your former and what? You're obviously shooting for the former. So choose wisely. Okay, because that was making no sense to me. But yeah, when you out here dating, you ain't got to sleep with everybody you're dating, people. Some people can't help it. That's just who they are. But take the time to get to know a person. Because I promise you, don't waste your time on giving it to somebody else that don't deserve it. Take that time to work on you, but pay attention to what he does as well. Because sometimes you got to watch these men out here, because these men be flip-flopping and changing their mind, then dating you and dating another woman, then dating a man. You just got to be careful. I'm just saying. I thank y'all for coming through. I hope you enjoyed the Sister Rules Chapter 12. Please leave a comment down below and hit the like button. On your way out, I would appreciate it. And also leave a comment down below and let me know that you came through. I'm going to start hitting y'all up individually and say, what's going on, y'all? Because I ain't heard from y'all. I appreciate everybody the people that subscribe to me, but it's like, where y'all at, though? You know what I mean? But anywho, I thank y'all for coming through. I hope y'all have a great, beautiful morning, evening, or night, whatever it is to you when you see this. I hope you have a blessed day, blessed night, and peaceful sleep. With that being said, y'all, it's a Stu Queen be out. Doing too much might change my view of you.